I'm answering one of your art questions about hashtags for artists on Instagram. Hi, I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. Belle Jean writes, I have a question about hashtags on Instagram. Is it worth tagging all the art feature pages? What are the best hashtags for work in progress pics? I've tried gaining a following and realized that work in progress shots are for other artists, but how do I get buyers and collectors to see my finished works? How often should I post? I started to gain a following, yet soon started losing them 1 or 2 a day, and I realized it was probably posting too often with not enough work done on my work in progress to show the difference in each session, making it feel more like spamming. Any help would be appreciated. So for the artist feature pages, for those of you who don't know what they are pages on Instagram where that entire page or that entire profile features other artists. So more people see your work. Now, the thing with most of these featured artist pages is every time I've used one of the hashtags, artist feature, art magazine, art whatever, I've never had any of those pieces featured. I've always had stuff featured that they found through just using my use of hashtag art, hashtag colored pencil, hashtag whatever. As far as I know, that's the only way they found me, because every time I have used one of those hashtags, my work never got featured. And I mean, they have featured me, so it's not that the work isn't what they're looking for necessarily, it's just that I don't know how useful those tags are in getting your work featured on their sites or on their pages. However, the great thing about using their hashtags anyway is, first, it doesn't hurt. There's not really a reason not to do it, but other artists are going to see that when they're looking through that page's hashtags. When they look through who else hashtagged this work, somebody else may find you that way. So there is still a benefit in using it, even if they don't seem to be, at least in my experience, have not been that beneficial in having them find me or repost my work because of those hashtags. For Instagram, for a while they were saying don't post more or use more than like 9 hashtags or so, or you came across as a spammer. The thing is, more recently people have come out who have done research on this and said it's better use all the hashtags that are relevant to whatever your post is. Now, don't lie and say your hashtag has to do with the beach when your artwork had nothing to do with the beach. I mean, make sure that they're relevant to what you're doing, but it's not like you have a limit. You can hashtag a lot of these pages. You're not using up your allotted room. Like on Twitter, you've only got so much space, so you don't want to hashtag too many different things there. But on Instagram, you're unlimited. You can go ahead and hashtag them and not be affected negatively. As for work in progress posts, I don't worry about tagging them any differently than all of my other artwork, because a lot of the WIP or the actual work in progress hashtags are mostly fitness. Most people are not looking for artwork using those hashtags because they are so widely used by fitness people. I just post my work in progresses and tag them like I would any finished artwork. Instagram itself, I've not found to be the best place to find buyers for my art. It's a good place for people who know who I am. They can kind of keep up with what I'm doing, and they may choose to purchase from me because they saw something new that I posted that they liked. But it's not somewhere where I think most of the buyers have actually found me. I've had a lot of people find me, or buyers find me, through Facebook, but Instagram, I don't know what it is about that platform. It doesn't seem to be the most efficient as far as finding buyers. Does that mean you shouldn't do it? No, you should absolutely post on there, because once people know who you are, that is a good place for those buyers to follow you, or you may get them over from Facebook or from your website. Maybe they found you through your website and they want to keep up with your current work. So then they go to Instagram. But as far as people finding me on Instagram and then choosing to buy my work, I've not seen that be the best platform for that. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to get sales because of Instagram. You will, but there's more than I can talk about in one video. But all of your social media platforms, everything kind of works together in creating your brand and helping people to know who you are. So I don't want to give you the impression that, oh, you're not going to get sales there, you shouldn't do it. And there are people who get sales through Instagram. It's just not one of the best platforms, I think, for that. Most of my buyers have found me through Facebook, YouTube, and through my website. But again, Instagram is a great place to keep posting the work in progress things, so your buyers that may have found you elsewhere, they can come and see the work that you have available. Now, the frequency of your posts will absolutely affect your follower count. If you don't post enough, you'll lose people. If you post too much, you'll lose people. And with Instagram, they recently changed their algorithm. Before, you saw everything everyone you followed posted. Now they're changing it so that it's, well, they are owned by Facebook, but they're changing it so that it is more like Facebook and that our content is filtered based on what they think people want to see. I hate when social media platforms do that. Show me everybody I followed. But if I don't want to see more of their work, then I will unfollow them. Because this change is just really taking over now, we don't know for certain what impact that's going to have overall. I know for Facebook, if I posted my Facebook page once, it'll be shown to more people than the second post I post that day. A third post, even less. The more the more posts I make on my Facebook art page, the less they show to my followers. And I have a feeling that just because Instagram and Facebook and being together like that, that they'll end up going that route. I don't know for sure yet. But if you post too much, people probably aren't going to see the work anyway. I don't think that that's completely, at the time of recording this video, I don't think that's completely taken effect just because I had a friend spam the heck out of Instagram with like 20 different posts. I almost unfollowed him because I didn't realize it was him. That was not like him to just post photo after photo after photo. And it got, even though this guy is my friend, I know him in real life, I love the guy, but it was like photo after photo. So I wasn't seeing anyone else's posts because I just had to scroll through so many of these. So here's a case where I almost unfollowed one of my own friends because it was so many post after post. So you definitely don't want to do that. I mean, if I was almost going to unfollow one of my friends, imagine if it was someone I wasn't that attached to. I definitely would have unfollowed them for posting post after post after post. I would say for Instagram at this point, 2 to 3 posts a day, you're safe. Posting more than that, yeah, you'll probably start getting on people's nerves. But as far as the work in progress goes, if you're posting and you make 2 pencil strokes and post that one, yeah, the people are not going to be interested in that. Wait until there's a big enough change that they can see the progression. If there's not that big of a change, go ahead and post it the next day. It's not like you have to have a massive transition from one work in progress to the next. Just don't keep posting post after post after post the same day. Now, when you post less than once a day or less than every other day, yeah, people start to forget why they followed you. So that can affect you negatively too. You want to make sure that you're posting often enough that people remember you, they remember your artwork, they remember why they followed you. Another thing that can make people unfollow you is, let's say you did a lot of artwork for a while that was just of cars, and you got a lot of people following you because they wanted to see those cars, and then you started posting artwork of toothpaste and artwork of a shoe, or random things that they weren't interested in. They followed you because they were interested in cars. So if you're too much all over the board, that may lose people as well. One of the best ways to get an idea of how much you think is too much to post, how much is enough, or which hashtags to use is to follow other artists. Start paying attention. How often do the ones that you are wanting to see more content from, that you're actually interested in, you remember who they are, you just love this artist, how often do they post? Is it 8 times a day? Probably not. Or, the 1, 2, 3 times a day. Watch the hashtags that they're using. See what they use and see if those same hashtags would apply well to your own work. Anytime you're dealing with social media and you're kind of like, I don't know what will work, what won't work, consider yourself as the viewer. Consider yourself as someone who is following you. If somebody else who you follow did those things, are you going to like it, or is it going to get on your nerves? Because whatever you like or that irritates you is probably going to be the case for those who follow you. So I think it makes it a lot easier to determine what the best course of action is when you can put yourself in the followers, in the viewer's place, to decide, do they really need to see this? Maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. I have a frequently asked questions page over my website. If you cannot find the answer to your question, there is a section where you can submit your own question to be featured in one of these videos. I will have a card pop up here so you can check that out. Wait, don't leave. Did you hit the subscribe button? Because I have tons of new art videos, 5 actually, every single week. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. Plus, I just get excited when people subscribe. I'll see you guys on Saturday.